Hello everyone, we've got here now a graph transformation question, and getting towards the end of the paper, and it says here is the graph of y equals f of x. On the grid above, draw the graph of y equals 2 times f of x. So what type of transformation is this? Okay, now I should point out that this is for IGCSE only. IGCSE only. Okay, because this type of transformation is not in regular GCSE. But this type of transformation is a times by f of x. And that is a stretch by scale factor of a, and I describe that as parallel to the y-axis. Okay, now what does that mean? So that means that let's say we had an original graph that looked like that. Okay, a sine wave between 1 and -1, and that's 180, and that's 360. So that would be like, say, our let's say f of x is equal to sine x. Okay, so this is just an example here, okay, just to help you understand what's going on. So then let's say we wanted to have 2 times f of x. So in the equation it would look like 2 times sine x, and that would be a stretch of scale factor 2 parallel to the y-axis. So this point here that was at 1 is now at 2, and this point here that was at -1 is now at -2, like that. And what's happened is the graph has been stretched like that parallel to the y-axis. And the reason it's described as being parallel to the y-axis is, if you look at this point here, that's where it was on the original graph, and look, that's where it's gone to on the image. And you can see that the line that it's moved up is running parallel to the y-axis. Okay, so that's a bit of background, but what does that mean for our graph? Well, here's one I prepared earlier. Oh, the other thing I would point out is notice that on this type of transformation, points that lie on the x-axis are what we describe as being invariant, which means that they don't move. So points that are on the x-axis, they stay where they are. So what does all that mean for our graph? Well, it means that any points of intersection with the x-axis are going to remain where they are. It means that the y values are going to double, but the x values will stay the same. So this point here, instead of being at 3, it will be at 6, like that. This point here, instead of being at -1, will be at -2. And this point here, instead of being at -1, it will be at -2 as well. So connecting that up, it's going to go like that. And that is our transformation. A stretch, as I say, of scale factor 2 parallel to the y-axis. It's only for IGCSE, that one, but it is the kind of thing that we need for sure for A-level. Now the next one, we're back all together, and this next one is not only for IGCSE, this one is for everyone, the next one, whether you're doing IGCSE or regular GCSE. And this is the transformation f of -x. Okay, now this one is a reflection in the y-axis. Okay, so the y-axis acts as a mirror line. So if your original graph looked like that, your image is going to look like that. Okay, so if that was our f of x, then this one is going to be our f of -x. So it's been reflected with the y-axis as being the mirror line. So if that was 5, that would be -5, and so on. So what does that mean for our image here? Let's have a look. So we've got to draw the transformation f of x equals -x. Oh, it's rather like the one that I've just drawn, except upside down. Okay, so what we've got is, there is our original graph. Basically, this point ends up over here, this point ends up here, this point ends up here. There's our mirror line. That point is invariant. So any points that lie on the y-axis itself do not move. Okay, so that completes that question. A little bit of nice graph transformations there. Very important for anyone thinking of doing A-level. You'll soon get used to those if you decide that you're going to do A-level. I hope you found that video helpful, and if you are finding them helpful, if you could remember to like and subscribe to my channel, then that will help me to keep on making more videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.